Welcome to Toy Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler. I was looking around for something to do, and then I realized I've never really done a Christmas tree, and I thought that might be nice. My mother, years ago, sent us this little Christmas tree that you put on the table, and you attach the little Christmas balls on the ends of the branches. It closes in, opens back up, and I thought, that might be really fun. And right now, in my oil paintings, the oil painting I'm working on, I am doing a Blue Ridge sunset that has real extreme contrast and a lot of yellow and red in the sky. And I thought it would be fun to kind of use the colors I'm using for that painting in this painting, with all the greens and the blues and the colors of the sunset. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with the sunset colors in the background and just let it go. Trying to move real fast today. I always try to move fast, but guys will be home soon, and I really don't want the front door, which squeaks real bad, to be squeaking during my YouTube. I also really want this to kind of mesh together into something kind of, I don't know, just kind of mystical or dreamlike. So I am using a lot of water. So that hopefully that'll happen. I may have to go back into it again. And just see how this happens. I always have a lot of ideas in my head about what I want, and then usually takes a different direction. So I don't know. We'll see. But I did want it to kind of to have a washy look to it. The painting that I'm working on is an effect that I have only come close to getting to. It's extremely hard. It's a sunset that's just really glowing effect, a glowing effect, and this is as close as I've ever gotten to it. The other day my husband was asking me, because I was working away at it, and very intense as always, because it's a very intense procedure, and he said, well, how did this session go today? And I said, hey, it's going good. I'm doing something that is next door to impossible to do. And he said, oh, well, I'd like to know where impossible is. Oh, that's my husband. Wordplay. I love it. He's lucky he married me, because that stuff cracks me up. I know a lot of people say, oh, okay. Not funny at all, but I love that kind of humor. So he's very lucky. He said that growing up and all, he would just kind of keep his humor to himself, because he noticed that people really didn't get it or just thought it was stupid. And well, a lot of people don't like puns and wordplay, but I do. I just love it. Okay, now here's where I want to try to get it to go together, which is not doing it all. Okay. Oh well. Maybe I'll wash back into it later. But never know. Like I say, I'm always very, very experimental with these. I mean, all my paintings are a type of experiment, but especially with the ones I do for YouTube, just trying to really come up with something interesting to look at real quick that just kind of happens. And then, oh great, I left out my blue. Oh well, tough. Not going to get it. I've got a blue here, just not the blue I want. Rushing around too much today. I want to get a lot of what I had, as I said, in that sunset that I'm working on. And it has all kinds of really deep colors, because the Blue Ridge in the evening just turns into this real deep color. I'm going to get the blue out. This is no good. Need my blue. Just don't like to make these YouTubes too long, but I really need my blue. There, got it out now. But I want to get these real deep colors into this. It's just kind of a fun thing to do with a Christmas tree. Kind of making a type of sunset just for fun. And I haven't gone very long, so try a few things. I'm not going to try to get the Christmas balls round, because that would take a very long time. I can certainly do that, but I'm trying to do a quick painting. I'm going to put in this first, and I really think I might do the background again, because this is not, I really want it to mesh together. It's not doing that at all. It dried too quick. That is the good thing about acrylics, and sometimes the bad thing, especially when you're rushing around. I know I gripe about this a lot, but I do have a lot to do all the time, and I've got to get a painting out. Someone last night bought one of my James River paintings, and I've got to send that out to Texas, so I've got to get a crate going and make sure I've got really good files of it and get the paperwork and everything. So I didn't want to spend a tremendous amount of time on this one. Lots of times I work on them again in the afternoon because there's always some little things to do that really take a lot of time. Kind of what we call the finesse stage of a painting. I don't want to be here doing that because that really is picky stuff. Okay, well, this is not what I intended, but I like it. I've always loved that little tree, and we get it out every year and put it out. My mother died 2 years ago, and we miss her very, very much. She was a lot of fun, and she was a really, really great pianist. I'm so sorry she didn't record it. I can't believe we didn't record her playing, because she really was unusually gifted. My grandmother attended Peabody Conservatory, and she insisted that all her kids, and she taught music, and she insisted that all her kids learn the piano. They had to spend an hour a day with the piano, and my mother was the only one out of the four that was really, really talented. And she told me one time she overheard her mother talking to someone who wanted to know how accomplished her kids were, and she said, well, actually, Anne is the only one that has her talent. And she really did. And she was working on the GI Bill to actually do something with it, but then she kept getting pregnant. So she took care of us, and we are certainly very grateful. Okay, now I get into some interesting things. I always like to use that pink and the yellow, but I really appreciate her sending me this. Okay, it's getting interesting now. I think I'll do some more with the pink, playing off of the green and all, and the orange. Yeah. Okay, and some different colors in the little balls. Oh yeah, yeah. This is starting to get a lot more interesting. Okay, I now use my blue-green. So I've said many times I really do love blue-green. Get a really pretty blue-green. I'll put some yellow into it too, and make one like that. Yeah, put one over here too. All right, it's coming along, but I would like it to be a lot more complicated. If you've watched any of my YouTubes, you know I really like very complicated paintings, lots of color, lots of texture. I like that better than having these real light. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. Now the red one's really red, and see if I can't get a nice blue one over there that shows up against all the green. Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, so it's not going to be very washy. It's going to be a little more traditional acrylic, because that seems to be working better. And I'm not sure if I really want to go back into the background or not, but I've only gone 8 minutes, so I'm going to do some more. Don't want these to be super long, but I'm sure people can. I've noticed some people actually do watch the whole thing. That's really nice of them. So much we have to do all the time. It's kind of hard to watch lots of YouTubes. I keep up with everybody that follows me and watches mine. And it's a lot of time. It's quite a time commitment. There's one guy that plays the saxophone. I like to listen to him. And a lot of interesting ones. I always like the music ones because, as I said many times before, I also play the piano and I get paid for it too. So I am a professional musician too. So I always love to hear the music ones, and there are some very nice ones. Several girls on there that just wonderful voices. They're not all good, but you know, it's just great to hear. Okay, this is working out okay. I know I'm gonna still need to get a little small brush because it's too loose for me. I'm trying to figure out what color for that one. I think another pink. Right here. Yeah. I'll put a pink one there too. I want to get moving into it and maybe do more, a little more with the background. So I'm going to move, get these things completely filled in, and then see what I want to do with them. Okay. Been such a strange Christmas. We couldn't go anywhere, so we just stayed here, but we had a good time. I think it's so important to follow the guidelines and just stay in. I know there are people that don't think so, but I really do think we need to be careful and stay in. Oh, I do want to make this stand too. So for the stand, I'll just make it red. I think the real stand is kind of a reddish color. Fix that up later. Okay, I'll get a smaller brush. Well, no, first I want to add some more color in the background. And then I'm going to get a small brush and full with this and try not to go too much longer. And I don't think I'm going to have time to really go into it a lot, so I might just leave it in a more rough manner. Yeah, wasn't careful enough to really let it bleed the way I wanted to, but still I think it's a nice effect, nice contrast. Maybe on the next one I'll be more careful if I try to get that kind of effect. Trying to mess up some of the green that way so that it does give a little bit of a dreamy effect. Okay, I think that helps to get a little more what I wanted. Yeah, that's coming along now. I think I'll get a little more of the yellow up through here. I'm going to take a smaller brush and just kind of fool with it a little bit, since I want to really have something that I can just put on my portfolio for prints. As I've said before, most of these YouTube paintings, not all of them, but most of these YouTube paintings are cheap paint, cheap paper, so I have them available for prints. But I don't sell the originals because I just don't want to sell something that's going to get into bad shape if there's a lot of light on it and all. And this is not, it's not very archival. Okay, now I'm getting a much smaller brush and just kind of fool with it a little bit. Just kind of do more with the little tags. Still have lines showing where I did the drawing, so I want to get rid of that. I'm also probably going to do a short YouTube of my latest sale. I always like to do that. Sometimes I just run out of time, but I always like to show the ones that I'm mailing out. It's just real important to me to show people how my work is getting around. It's real important to me to get it out. That's why, as I've said many times, I have to work so hard on social media. I used to work out of galleries, but it's like, God, taking them around and all was a mess. And they don't always sell there. And I actually do better online. So I stopped doing that, and I sell exclusively online on Etsy and on my website and other places. And this latest one was bought off of Etsy, which is a nice helpful site to sell on. First I wasn't going to do that because it's really more of a craft site. And I thought, I'm not going to sell paintings here because it's for crafts. Well, I give it a shot. And it took a while, but then I did start selling some, so it's one of the places I sell my work. And people contact me, that's another way. Send me emails. Always like that, it's really nice. They get the contact thing off of my website and contact me, and we arrange for the sale and I get it out to them. Right now, God, the mail is a mess. I've been waiting forever. Well, I shouldn't say forever, but it's a long time for some earrings that I bought from a real nice person on Etsy. And she sent me the longest email saying how she cannot believe the mail, and she's got all these customers that are waiting and waiting. And I'm not the only one. It's just really been bad this year. She doesn't know what's going on. She's said her age. I won't say her age. She said her age. She said all these years, and I have never had this happen. Well, let's see, 15 minutes. I might just do a little bit more, just a little more sharpening up here, and then I'm going to quit and probably not have time to work back into it, but I don't know. Okay, there's just a few more things I want to do just to make the bulb stand out a little bit better. Alright, can I do more now? Maybe I will find some time later to just kind of touch it up a little bit because I'm not really completely happy. So maybe between getting that crate built for that painting, I can go back into this a little bit, and then I'll put it on my website. Okay, 16 minutes. I'm just going to lighten it up a little bit in some places, and then I'm going to quit. I feel like they're just kind of, whole tree is kind of sinking into the dark areas right now, and I want to pull it out a little more. Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'll stop there and maybe work on a little bit more. I would like to pull things out a little bit more so that the bulbs come out a little bit better, and just kind of do a little more with the background. But I'm going to have to try to do that later. So thank you for watching. Be sure to click on the link to see the final painting. And there's, as I said, there's work on Etsy and other sites.